Here's your news for April 17th, 2020. We're starting today with news from WWE as Vince McMahon had a short but very significant call with employees yesterday. This call was about the recent cost-cutting measures the company has taken, as many employees, including superstars, referees, commentators, and coaches, have been released, or in the case of producers, furloughed. Now, Fightful Select has obtained a transcript of the call as the chairman addressed his concerned employees in a succinct manner, reminding them of the measures taken to ensure their safety before informing them to expect a call from HR. He said, "Thank you all for joining me today. First and foremost, I hope that you and your families are safe. What we're going through today is unprecedented, and there's no doubt these are challenging times for everyone. Given the adverse effects of the current global situation and the resulting financial recession, WWE, like so many companies, have to decrease operating expenses. Effective immediately, we are reducing executive and board member compensation, decreasing talent expenses, cutting third-party staffing and consulting, and improving our cash flow by delaying the production of our new headquarters for at least 6 months. Despite all these measures, given the uncertainty we are facing today, unfortunately, we have to temporarily reduce headcount. As such, a number of WWE employees will be furloughed from the company today. At the close of my remarks, employees will receive a communication detailing their individual situations. More specifically, those impacted by the furloughs will receive a text message from Human Resources with specific information for their next steps. These are not easy decisions, but reflect the reality of the environment we're working in today. We live in a world of troubled times. I'm confident as a company, and most importantly, confident in you as individual employees, will pull through these tough times and come back to work and make life better than it's ever been. Thank you." Calls to those losing their jobs, including longtime employees, reportedly started immediately after this call from the boss. While many employees were furloughed, meaning they've been given a leave of absence, they could be coming back in a few months. According to Wrestling Inc., those furloughed were given information explaining why they were furloughed, with the current situation described as, quote, "an unforeseen circumstance akin to a natural disaster." Those furloughed will remain on WWE's payroll until April 18th, and according to the report, the current end date for the furlough is July 1st, though that date is likely to change, with the information packet saying the furlough period is expected to last under 6 months. WWE added that though it planned to keep all employees that have been affected by this decision, more layoffs could happen. Given the global situation is a worrying time for everyone, and we can only send our best wishes to those employees who will now be without a paycheck. Now, while WWE released a lot of stars, the company's locker room leaders remained, though according to reports, they're under a lot of pressure from their fellow superstars. On the latest Dropkick Discussions podcast, Tom Colohue revealed that many people backstage have tried to push the locker room leaders, such as Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, and Roman Reigns, to form a wrestlers' union to empower independent contractors. It's unsurprising that superstars, even those who remained, aren't happy with the situation, though Colohue explained that superstars would have to be very brave to try this. Since Vince McMahon's company began, the chairman has never allowed for any sort of union, but given these unpredictable times, anything can happen. We've already mentioned that these cuts were a part of a cost-cutting measure from WWE, and according to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, the company is looking to save $8 million a year. He said, "All of these people throughout the course of a year make up $8 million in salary. All of the cuts combined, roughly 8. Despite these cuts, the WWE is projected to make $1 billion profit this year, but that didn't stop the company trimming staff to help their bottom line." In an official statement by WWE, it was reported that the company will be saving $4 million a month from their bottom line. As they said, the company's reductions of employee compensation and headcount result in an estimated monthly savings of $4 million, along with cash flow improvement of $140 million, primarily from the deferral in spending on the company's new headquarters. It's clear that WWE is securing themselves for an unpredictable time, and while they will continue to produce live weekly content during this uncertain time, it seems that cuts had to be made. While nobody is happy to see so many people out of a job, but after so many people were sent packing, many fans have been wondering whether WWE needed to make these cuts. According to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, these cost-cutting measures are effective as the company is on track for a potential record year in revenue. He said, "They're now on par, or they're on target that if they do not do another Saudi Arabia show this year, if they do not do another house show this year, if they do not make a dime in merchandise this year, which they will, if they do not make a dime in licensing this year, which they will, they are on target to do close to $1 billion, maybe even over $1 billion in total revenue, depending on how much the network holds up. If there's 0 network subscribers, which is not going to happen, we're talking about $850 million in revenue. It's probably going to wind up being close to $1 billion, which is more than they have done in any year in the history of the company. With so much revenue, the company is expected to make a massive profit this year, and while these releases have helped cut costs, the company wasn't at risk of going under anytime soon." One person who was sadly let go this week was Aiden English, though the former commentator didn't wait long to upload a video where he spoke about something the fans aren't aware of. Though fans will never know the names of the hundreds backstage who lost their jobs, English wanted to call attention to them and gave some words of inspiration. He said, "It's about the people you guys didn't hear about that wasn't reported. The people in corporate who are all in the same situation now. The behind-the-scenes people who are all incredibly talented. It's a rough one, and that's on top of the thousands of people in this country who are in similar situations because of what is going on in the world. This is a defining moment in our history, and for the individuals that were a part of everything yesterday. It is a scary time in the world, but this is a time that shows us who we really are. That's why I'm here to get up, step up, move up, do whatever it takes. These are the times that shows you who you are as a person. The credo that we're all in this together is more true than ever." English went on to thank the fans for their love and support, and this is a hard time for everyone, and nobody who has lost their job deserves to be forgotten. We've got a shred of positivity now, as during Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer said how fans shouldn't expect any more releases from the main roster. That could always change, but Meltzer said, "Based on what I was told tonight, I don't think that there will be any more main roster talent cut. As far as NXT names, I'm sure there's a lot more names to come out." Meltzer went on to say that any cuts from NXT will likely all be announced at once, as it seems the nightmare is finally over for the stars of Raw and SmackDown. Speaking of the gold brand, Fightful Select is reporting that WWE is giving all released NXT stars a 30-day non-compete clause, while main roster talent have been hit with a 90-day clause. This means that any thoughts of released stars signing somewhere else immediately should be squashed, as the current global climate also prohibits stars from signing elsewhere. While the Revival were recently given immediate releases without any non-compete clause, the stars released this week will have to wait much longer, and it might even be longer before any company even considers bringing on new talent. We've got some sadder news to report now, as legendary WWE announcer and Hall of Famer Howard Finkel has died aged 69. Making his debut in the WWF in 1977 at Madison Square Garden, the Fink became the company's full-time announcer in 1979, and in a memorial by WWE, the company highlighted his non-announcer antics, referencing his tuxedo match with Harvey Whippleman and shaving Jeff Jarrett at SummerSlam 1998. We would like to send our deepest condolences to Finkel's family, friends, and fans who enjoyed Howard's amazing personality, as there will never be an announcer quite like the Fink. We're heading back to NXT now, as according to Dave Meltzer, Kyle O'Reilly didn't work recent tapings due to his immunocompromised status. Given that O'Reilly is a diabetic, he is at a higher risk during the current situation, which explains why the Undisputed Era member wasn't present on this week's show, which saw the group fail to recapture the NXT tag titles from Matt Riddle and his replacement partner Timothy Thatcher. Fans will have to wait and see when O'Reilly returns, but we certainly can't blame the former tag team champion for prioritizing his health at this time. Speaking of NXT, we've got some news from next week, as the April 22nd show will see Finn Balor face Velveteen Dream. On this week's show, Dream referred to Adam Cole as arguably the greatest NXT champion of all time, a comment that Balor took issue with, and after threatening Dream, the former North American champion set next week as the date for their collision. The company has been building Dream as Cole's next challenger, though while a face-to-face chat was promised, It ended up with Cole sending a video in, claiming no one deserved a title match. This certainly didn't go down well with Dream, who is still expected to challenge for the gold, though he'll have his hands full next week when he faces Balor. From NXT to AEW now, as Matt Hardy has only been with the company for a few weeks, but fans are already behind the Broken One. Recently feuding with the Inner Circle's Chris Jericho, Y2J isn't the group's only member on Hardy's radar, as he sent a very chilling tweet at Sammy Guevara simply saying, "I'll eat you." It'll be interesting to see whether Hardy and Guevara collide in the current climate, and while some fans have questioned AEW for putting on shows at this time, the company looks to be producing content for as long as they can. Speaking of AEW, Adam Hangman Page is doing his part as he's revealed that he'll be doing a live reading of his new children's book. The AEW Tag Champion will be reading his book, Adam and the Golden Horseshoe, at 2 p.m. Eastern today, as parents around the world are looking for ways to keep their children educated and engaged outside of school. One man fans won't be seeing in AEW for at least 90 days is Rusev, who was one of the releases, and while it was widely known that the Bulgarian was unhappy with his position, he had recently been having talks about signing a new deal. It's a real shame that Rusev was released, as just a few weeks ago, the former US champion donated $20,000 to help anyone in WWE unable to work due to the lockdown. After being released, Rusev tweeted, "Thank you all, Rusev out," as we're confident that fans will remember him and this kind deed for many years to come. While Rusev was released, his real-life wife Lana stayed, and the ravishing Russian is keeping kayfabe alive and well. As she's married to Bobby Lashley on TV, Lana took to Twitter to mock her kayfabe ex-husband, posting a clip of herself being berated by the Bulgarian, saying it was a reminder of the real Rusev. Of course, the pair are still together in real life and, according to reports, couldn't be happier together, though it's cool to see Lana keep kayfabe alive and well on social media. We've got some more sad news now, as with the ongoing current situation, it was only a matter of time before someone in the wrestling world passed. That someone is Mexican luchador Black Demon, aka Roberto Munoz Carrillo, who passed on April 13th, age 39, and we would like to send our deepest condolences to his family at this time. From one release to another now, as Maria and Mike Kanellis were also let go this week. Now though, Maria has commented rather bluntly on her release, as she pointed out that she gave birth 9 weeks ago, and while the situation for the couple isn't fair, they still have diapers to change and milk to buy. While WWE has said that some may be rehired when things go back to normal, for now, fans will have to decide for themselves whether releasing a woman who just gave birth weeks ago and worked on screen while pregnant is fair. We've got even more news from releases now, as Carl Anderson is bringing back his pre-WWE moniker of the Machine Gun. Given the PG nature of WWE, the Machine Gun name was nixed for similar reasons as to why WWE changed War Machine and Killer Kross's names. Now that the Machine Gun is back, he could soon be landing in his old stomping ground of Japan, as he released a video teasing his return, though of course that'll only happen after Japan opens up. Whatever the future holds for Anderson and his OC partner Luke Gallows, it's clear that Anderson is already making plans for life after WWE, a very smart idea in these unfortunate times. Those affected by the releases aren't the only ones who have commented though, as Tommy Dreamer gave his 2 cents on this cost-cutting measure on his House of Hardcore Twitch channel. On the channel, Dreamer said that those released he's contacted will be fine, saying that there's life after WWE. He added, "My heart goes out to them because of their families and the uncertainty at this time. Hopefully they have 3 more months of pay where they can keep getting paid by WWE as per when most times they get released, and then in 3 months this is all cleared up." Dreamer concluded his comments by saying that ultimately, these cost-cutting measures are business, and although it'll be difficult for those affected, hopefully it won't be too long until life gets back to normal. And we're ending with some much-needed good news, as Roman Reigns has revealed his wife Galina Becker is pregnant with twins. In an interview with Muscle and Fitness, the big dog revealed the good news, saying, "3 kids with 2 in the oven. I'm looking to be a Papa Bear 5. Breaking news, we haven't shared that." With being a father to 3 with twins along the way, it's easy to see why the former Universal Champion opted not to compete at WrestleMania in his immunocompromised state, and we would like to send our congrats to the big dog and his wife at this time.